Hi, friend, and welcome to another episode of the Quantum Paradigm Podcast. I'm recording from my office today. I haven't done that in a long time, so it's funny because I'm recording on camera and I'm getting used to it. Anyway, you're probably listening to this on Apple or Spotify, so that doesn't matter. Anyway, today we are going to talk about the craziest manifestation story that I've personally ever heard. And it's really interesting because it actually is my life. It's my manifestation that I'm talking about. And it's still, telling the story is still a little new and a little surreal, to be honest. But we are talking today about how I consciously, which I think a better word than consciously is intentionally, how I intentionally manifested a private jet in just 12 days. Let that sink in for a moment. Now, if you make $100 million a year, manifesting a private jet is not that big of a deal. Okay? To be quite frank, I don't make $100 million a year yet. Not anywhere close. And so manifesting a private jet for me was a big fucking deal. And it was intentional and fully conscious. So this is going to be too much for one episode. So today is part one, and we'll follow up on this more. But first, I need to tell you a couple of things really quick. First of all, I am already actively working on creating the most epic manifestation course available on the internet. It will break down exactly what got these results for me and what is getting my clients results as well in their manifestations. I have to reiterate over and over again, this was a conscious, intentional manifestation, meaning I meant to manifest a private jet. I didn't quite know it would happen in 12 days, but it did. And it really falls into exactly how I manifest anyway. I'm going to get into all these details, but I am creating the most epic, groundbreaking manifestation course you will ever fucking see or experience. And it will get you the most epic manifestations in your entire life quicker than you could possibly imagine. These are mind-blowing. Okay, so the course is nowhere near finished, but if you are interested, if you have interest in this and you'd like to be put on a wait list, please DM me on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison. You could even send me an email, alchemywithallison@gmail.com. Those are two of the easiest ways to get a hold of me. You can reach me on Facebook too, Allison Carney Baker or Allison Alchemia. So now that we have that out of the way, I also want to tell you that the Unleash Your Inner Magician course it's evergreen. It's always up. So there's a link in my bio on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison. That's 2 L's, Allison. This is a 22-day journey. It's a manifestation journey for you. There's 4 video trainings in there from me and journal prompts that take you through your own human design chart and take a look at your energetics and how the energy likes to flow through you so that you can start creating your own manifestation protocol, which is exactly what I did to manifest a private jet in 12 days consciously with intent. I have a manifestation protocol and it works. So if you want to develop this for yourself, go over to my bio on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison, grab the Unleash Your Inner Magician 22-day manifestation journey. It's my lowest ticket offering, and it will get you epic results. There's even a payment plan, I think, for my lowest ticket. It's like a total no-brainer. So if you have not done that yet, please do yourself a favor, get started now. There's no better time to start than now because it's going to take me some time. This course that I'm building is going to be fucking epic. Like, it is going to be the best thing I have ever produced. But don't wait. It's going to take some time for me to get that completely polished and published and ready for you. So go grab the Unleash Your Inner Magician journey now, so that over the next 3 weeks you can get started, so that by the time that course comes out, you will hit the ground fucking running and you will be totally unstoppable. Okay, so now, how did I do that? What's the story, right? Like, what's the details in this story? Okay, so this was in July. This was just 2 months ago now, almost, not even, maybe 6 weeks ago. Okay. You guys know I am a scientist at heart. This is called the Quantum Paradigm Podcast because quantum physics, quantum mechanics, the quantum field, reality, this is how I interpret reality, is through the lens of quantum mechanics and quantum physics, okay? So, and if you don't know by now, I have a background in the sciences. I was actually pre-med and applying to medical school when COVID shut the world down, and every fucking school, including the naturopathic schools that I loved and adored, the DO schools that I was applying to, like everyone sold out to a particular treatment, quote unquote, or gene therapy, or whatever you want to call it. It was a requirement in order to attend school to get that product that now has been recalled from one of the largest pharmaceutical companies on the planet. I'm sure you can read between the lines here what I'm saying. I did not want to go through with that treatment. I already knew in my body and my soul that it was not aligned for me, that I would suffer immense health issues as a result of doing that. So I pivoted and I stopped applying to med school and became a certified functional medicine health coach instead. Anyway, I've been working in and around the medical field for 20 years. So I'm a scientist at heart, right? Am I spiritual and woo AF? Yes, I am. I pull tarot cards. Before that, I was in religion. I prayed. I was one of the most devoted Christians I ever knew. And that goes for more devoted than most of the leaders that I knew at that time in the churches. Anyway, I've always been a spiritually devoted human being. Definitely not religious anymore. However, at heart, I'm also very, very much a scientist. So I'm not just going to blindly trust and believe something without proof. I want proof. I want results. I want to see how things work before I throw my hat in the ring, before I put my chips, whatever the analogy that I'm looking for is here. I need to test it and retest it and retest it and retest it to make sure that I've really got my formula like nailed and dialed. And that is my manifestation protocol that I'm talking about. It is a protocol. I look at things from very much from a health perspective as well, because that is my background and that's also my story. You know, I've had a huge health journey over the past 20 years, really 25, 30 years, crazy health challenges and issues. So being a healer, you know, as a trained craniosacral therapist, my God, I really see energy and see systems and even businesses and reality through the lens of not just the quantum field and quantum mechanics, but also through healing and restoring and regenerating health. Okay. So from that perspective is where I've been living behind the scenes with my manifestation protocol. Every single month, I would take myself through my manifestation protocol and test and tweak and test and tweak and see which results I would get. And I've been getting results consistently, very clearly for the last year, maybe year and a half. Yeah, actually, because one of my largest manifestations up until that point was my dream house in the neighborhood that I never imagined I would be able to live in. This neighborhood is one of the most prestigious in my town. As soon as someone asks me where I live and I say that neighborhood, they're like, oh. Like, it was when I was dreaming of living in that neighborhood, I was making $1,500 fucking dollars a month. Okay, in northern Colorado. So it was totally out of reach, but I manifested it. And not only did I manifest it fully furnished with decor where it looked like an interior designer literally went inside of my brain, saw my vision for what I wanted my home to look and feel like, because my intention was to live in a home that would foster ultimate creativity for myself and for my boys, where we could just create, and feel amazing in our environment. And it was fully furnished with epic interior design and decorating, a layout of my dreams, like this house. Oh my God. So that was about 18 months ago. I can't believe this. So I must have been doing this for almost 2 years, a month after month after month after month, intentionally honing, tweaking, refining my manifestation protocol. Okay. And so in July, after 2 years of, like a scientist, honing and refining and reflecting on all of the manifestation protocols and steps that I have been developing, right? My eureka moment came in July when I was sitting down with my ritual. I personally love to manifest. I tend to feel the new moon energy a few days before, and I follow my intuition. So I usually manifest a few days before the new moon. I think this one actually ended up on the new moon. Anyway, I won't get into the details today, maybe next week. But I was sitting down around 10 p.m. in my bedroom with my big ass poster board paper and like colored Sharpie markers everywhere, and really visioning what I want. And I'm like, okay, dude, Allison, it's time to dream up the most epic fucking manifestation you could possibly fucking imagine. Like, I was getting really passionate with myself and pushing myself to my absolute edge and then beyond. Okay. And that looked like writing down. I was kind of like free writing, and I wrote down, I want to manifest a private jet. And I'm like, what? What? A private jet. Okay. So I went with it, and I took myself through my step-by-step protocol. So first you have to get clear on what you want. So then I got clear on why. Okay. The why is really, really important. I'm not going to reveal that here. I'm still very much in private works with the why. But I got very clear on why. And then I did the rest of my protocol, and and then I just like stood back from my poster board, and I was like, this is going to fucking happen. I already know. I know it's going to happen. I didn't know how. I didn't know when. I don't ask those questions. My mind was asking how, and I was like, look, we don't ask how anymore. We trust. Okay. We trust, we believe, we know. So I did know. Okay. 12 days later, I was waking up to a text message from a person who is now a friend, who was at that point, when I was in my bedroom manifesting with my big ass poster board paper, a complete stranger to me. I had never met this person, never known their name, never knew they existed, never knew anything about them. Within, I think, 36 hours of my manifestation ritual, we met at a random occurrence, someplace that I typically go maybe once every 2-3 months. I happened to go. They happened to be there. They had never been before. They may never come again to that particular event. It was like sparks, like, whoa. Like, it was like this. Okay. Well, then I went back to my life, to my business, to whatever. I kind of forgot about it. I didn't forget, but whatever. And then I remembered that they really, really wanted to connect with me. And so I reached out. I felt like kind of through the quantum field, I felt this person thinking of me. I do that. I feel when people are thinking of me. So I reached out and said, hey, so-and-so, like, I'm so sorry. It's been like, 7 days since we met. And if you wanted to grab a cup of coffee, like we said that we would, totally cool. Let's do that. We did. That cup of coffee lasted for 5 hours. So many synchronicities, so many things that we connected on, passion projects, all kinds of things. And so before I knew it, I was just kind of saying like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is how my business is going, blah, 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 blah. And this is what I'm working on for my life's legacy impact. And it'd be really nice to have a private jet for that. And they're like, oh, did I forget to mention? I can hook you up. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, not a problem. I've done it for a friend before. Not a problem at all. 2 days later, I woke up to a text with a picture of the jet and the crew saying, your jet awaits. And in that moment, guys, it was like a scientist who has been working on a formula for years and finally has the proof. Now, like I said, I've had proof plenty of times before, manifesting a dream house in the dream neighborhood, that like all these things that seemed totally out of reach before. I've proved it to myself many times, like ritually, month after month after month. But the thing that like blew my mind, that made me finally believe my own magic, my own protocol really, really works, was that moment when I got the text about the jet and the picture. And it's like, hey, it's ready. It's like, all right, here we go. So I share this story because it is mind blowing. It's a big one. It's a big manifestation. But what I want you to know, what I need you to know actually, is that you have the manifestation ability, the power to receive whatever you want. And you have the ability to do this in a way that is immediate, very quick. I'm not going to lie. When I was manifesting on, ritually in my room and whatnot, I had researched the prices of what a private jet costs. And I started doing the math in my head of how many years this might take. And then I threw all of that out the window because time is not linear. Time doesn't really even exist. Energy exists. Belief exists. Knowingness exists. You exist, and you are the creator. You are the creator of your reality. So there are many steps involved in this. If you have not taken full radical responsibility for every single thing in your life right up until this moment, it is absolutely time to do that right now. Because without doing that, you cannot hope or expect to receive clear, poignant, really clear intentional manifestations. You can expect to continue to receive some chaos in your life, continue to receive some stress, continue to receive whatever it is that is in your life that's kind of messy right now. No shame, no shade. We're all human. Don't let the guilt frequencies come in here at all. That's not invited to this conversation. I'm just saying, if you haven't taken radical responsibility, this is your invitation to do that now and clean up any area of your life that needs to be cleaned up. There's no better time than now. And if you want to manifest like a fucking magician who gets what she wants whenever she decides that she wants it, then that's your first step right here. Okay. If you want to go deeper, then that's where it's time to start getting really intentional with those steps. I have a few different pathways for that. Like I said, there will be a course, a step-by-step epic fucking course. I've dropped the F-bomb a lot in today's episode, but I'm just so passionate because I know that this is the way for all of us. If we choose, if we want this, right? It's totally possible and available to us all. And I will absolutely be happy to help that become clearer and clearer in your reality if you so choose. So there will be a course. Please DM me if you are interested in being on that wait list. It might be a couple months wait, but I'll have my assistant come in and help keep track of everybody who's interested. Also, the Unleash Your Inner Magician 22-day manifestation journey. I definitely recommend that to you if manifestation is something that interests you, that you want to be really, really good at. And then if you have not had your human design chart read, interpreted for you, I would do that. I would start there. I open my calendar up a few times a year to do readings, and it is open now. I'm offering two kinds of readings, guys. I'm offering an overview of your human design chart. That's where we go big picture, but we also go like global and generalized so that you see yourself in a new, more powerful way than you ever have before. This comes with a personally written 10-page summary. I don't know of any other readers who are doing this. Most of them are using AI by this point, and I'm not. I don't, and I won't. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in getting my energy infused into your interpretive chart so that you walk away absolutely fucking motivated to be the highest version of you that manifests on demand. Okay. So there's the overview, but then there's also a second type of reading that I do offer. It's called a wealth manifestation reading. And that's where we go for the jugular, so to speak, with manifestation of money energy, wealth energy, and we look at specific signatures in your chart. I want to know where Jupiter is in your chart. I want to know which gates connect you with daily rhythms, with flow. I want to know what your profile is. That's going to have a lot to do with it. Of course, your strategy and authority. There's a lot of things that I'll look at in a wealth manifestation reading, but this is really hyper specific and it has a higher ROI. Okay, so the price point's a little higher, but both of these are attainable. And I encourage you, if you haven't had this done, please do. And if you've had your reading done by me in the past, it's probably been an overview reading because I haven't had the wealth manifestation readings available for very long. So if you want to come back and go for the jugular and start manifesting money immediately, that's what I recommend. And then, of course, for the intuitive badass leader who is ready to absolutely quantum leap in the most long-lasting change possible. That's where we start talking about one-on-one mentorship and high-level coaching. Okay, this is where maybe you have a business and you want to scale it, right? Most of my clients, they are in it for business scaling and growth. This is where you've got your medicine and you are ready to share it with the world, and there's things that are getting stuck or things are just not flowing as well, or your support team is not as aligned, or whatever it is that you're running up against. I get it. I know it. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've experienced, I can't tell you how many growth iterations of the game, the entrepreneurship game. So this is where we bring all of you to the table. Your fears, your insecurities, your hopes, your dreams, right? Hopes and fears are very closely aligned, and we alchemize that balance. We dance that balance, and we bring you to the table so that you are quadrupling your income, like my client just did just a few weeks ago. Like, she had a 450% increase in revenue, and we haven't even touched her business strategy yet because we've only been together for 1 month. All that has happened there, not all, but I'll tell you what's happened. We did a deep dive on her human design, and we have coached around some really difficult relationship shit. And that's what we do. There's no stone left unturned. And then when we bring the business strategy into it, the money is not a problem after that point. It's just not a problem. It's not even an issue. Then it's like, what kind of work-life balance do we want to really achieve and what we've been dreaming of? What kind of traveling wants to happen? What kind of parenting are we embodying? Who are we being? This is the type of high-level coaching that I'm talking about. So you can DM me on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison, 2 L's, ALLISON. You can email me at alchemywithallison@gmail.com. I only have a very limited available spots for the one-on-one coaching. Okay, so I do encourage you to apply now, get in touch with me now, and ask about what next steps are. Usually we do a no pressure call to talk details and just get everything flowing there. And that's a complimentary insight call. I believe that link is still on my bio. I'm going to go check that and put it there now if it's not already. So you know how to get in touch with me. I will be coming back and telling you more about this epic manifestation that's happened. It's so amazing. And there's also a story about how my kids manifested our dead cat back into reality. And we don't know that she died. Clearly she didn't, but we thought she did twice. And she's come back to us twice in a different town, 10 miles away from us, twice. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, It's not insane. This is just our reality. We're quantum magicians, and this is how we roll. So get into my energy if you want more. You have the power. You have the connection to source energy that we all do. And it's just a matter of refining your energy and getting everything to flow in an aligned way that this becomes your reality. And it's so effortless and it feels so good. Thanks for hanging in for the episode. I love you. I will see you next week. Bye.